Why would the president commute George Santos's 7-year sentence after Santos pleaded guilty to being what we really don't want in our politics? He only served 84 days. I'm sure one day is too many for any of us, but, you know, he did the crime, but he didn't have to do the time. He admitted to stealing from people, some of them elderly, cognitively impaired, campaign donors, all for his own kind of selfish uses of luxury goods, Hermes this, and Brooks Brothers that. So why did Trump do it? Well, what he said was basically that he voted GOP reliably. And all of the things I just told you that he admitted doing wrong, Trump dismisses as being rogue. Look, this isn't out of the ordinary for the president. He has a long history of pardoning and commuting sentences of people who actually did it, right? Chris Collins, Duncan Hunter, Michael Grimm, just to name a few. Why? It's fealty over fidelity to justice. And I believe people are sick of it. Hence, the biggest movement for change that we've seen that at this stage dwarfs what MAGA was. So the question becomes, why did he do it? We know why Santos would want it. Anybody wants to get out of prison. But what does Santos want now, and what is the lesson in all of this? So, joining us, former Republican member of Congress, newly out of prison, Mr. George Santos. George, thank you for taking the opportunity. Maybe you know best. Do you believe the president would have pardoned you if there were a D after your name instead of an R?
You know, I appreciate you for having me, Chris, but let's just face it. Yeah, he would, because he pardoned former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich, who is a Democrat, staunch Democrat. So I think it's disingenuous to think that this is political. But I understand the concern and I understand your question. The president has the power of the pardon of clemency, and they're plenary. I'm humbled. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I think my sentence was hyperinflated. You just mentioned a few former members who were pardoned. I'll give Michael Grimm, who's another GOP congressman from New York, who only received 18 months after he concealed almost shy of $1 million in extra income from Congress at the time. If you put that in comparison, I had an overinflated, an over-politically charged sentence. I'm not saying I'm a choir boy. I understand and I agree. I was a terrible person. I did terrible things that I regret. You don't need to tell me that. I don't need to hear it. I hear it from myself and my own thoughts, and I've made that very clear.
Well, George, I'm not here to judge you. It's not my place. That's what that was the system, and you pleaded guilty. I agree with you about Blagojevich, but what are you leaving out? He pardoned him after he backed him. All right? And that matters more to Trump than the R or the D. I'll give you that. But you can't cite me him pardoning any Democrats because he just doesn't care about party. I think it's all he cares about. Everybody else you named is a Republican. And look, I get it. It's a little kind of ugly and obvious, but I get it. But here's what I don't get. I've been listening to your interviews out there, and I'm not here to judge you, but I will judge your answers. And you say, hey, look, man, I'm going to do different going forward. The commutation was specifically worded to not just remove the punishment of time, but also of money. Now, when you look at who you took the money from, don't you think if you want to get to a better place with anybody, let alone in your own opinion, you should be working to pay those people back?
Look, Chris, it's a question that was posed to me for the first time yesterday, and the answer was I don't have an answer at the moment, but the answer is morally, it's the correct thing to do. My legal team is working to find out avenues. You can't just nilly-willy go up to people and say, oh, here's a check. There needs to be an official mechanism and an avenue to do so. And when the time is right and I have the financial means, I am going to do it. I've already committed that I will do it. I think you're right. I think everyone who's posed a question is right. Look, I don't have to, but I want to, because it's the only way that I can resolve my quarrels of the past and to right the wrongs of my past and then move forward. So you're not wrong. I will be looking into it. My attorneys are already, brainstorming. They're working on ways that we can do it legally, and we will be doing it. And I will make very clear the day that I accomplish that, I will announce it so people can know it was done. So it's not a matter of dodging it. I don't have to, but I want to, because I want to do what is morally correct. And I guess that would definitely be a great start for me to prove to people that my actions are different than my past words and actions and transgressions.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.